X, 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 X. Yeah, I like that!
How's everybody doing? During the Game Awards, I made a salty rant about Clive saying about how he'll ruin Tekken 8. Now, when he dropped, he does have a lot of tools that other broken characters do have, but it's more toned down versions. And I wanted to explain how to necessarily really deal with those moves, and especially how to deal with Phoenix Shift stance as well. So let's get into it. Forward 1+2 is a cheesy long-range heat engager that's safe, and really the best way to deal with this is when you see the first hit come out, step to the left and launch. Back 1+2 is probably one of the longest reaching power crushes in the game, but it is minus 13, so you have to hit it with your longest range 13 frame punisher. Next up is Clive's down 1, which is minus 13, so make sure to punish that correctly. But when he's in crouching from it, he can do full crouch down forward 2, which you gotta make sure to interrupt or punish correctly. But be careful about doing your 13 frame because Clive can wall rising for you. Next is forward 2-2. Now I'd recommend you to actually power crush this string, but if the connection's good, if you're playing offline, you can step the first hit and punish the second. Want to learn how to rob a Clive player? Duck down forward 1-2. So this is one of the most easily spammable moves in the whole kit, so if you duck it, you're literally just giving yourself free ranked points. Remember when I said down forward 1-2 was his most spammable move? I lied, it's running 2. If you take this move on block, you have to take the 50-50, so make sure to step this move both ways. Alright, next let's talk about Phoenix Shift. Starting with Phoenix Shift 1+2. This move is really good, and the best way to beat it is to power crush it, and it also works the most consistent. You'll take some chip, but you'll end up on the positive end of the trade. If you feel risky though, you can 13 frame it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, next is Phoenix Shift 1. This move is minus 14 on block, so it can't be launched by some characters. Or you can step it if they want to throw it out in neutral and get a launch that way. Alright, next we need to talk about Phoenix Shift 3, which is the hell sweep with the stance. It's launch punishable on block, so if you get a good read, you can just combo him for all his life. But it has a 21 frame startup, so if you know it's coming out, you can just down forward 2 him or hit him with a heat engager instead. Alright, next is Phoenix Shift 3+4. This move is +7 on block and also gives him the ability to wall splat. You need to make sure to float this when you see it. Alright, so while Clive is in heat, he's able to go in the Phoenix Shift stance off a down forward 1-1 or up forward 1+2. It leaves him at -1, so you can counterattack him unless he decides to do the power crush, which you will have to power crush back. Clive has a safe high variation of his heat strings that he can do that you'll have to make sure to watch out for and duck the high when you see it. It is a tricky duck, so you have to make sure like when he swings his arm back, that's when you duck and get the launch. To deal with the full down forward 1 string, all you need to do is make sure to step the original down forward 1 and it'll just go flying. Same goes for the up 1+2 input as well. If you just step in either direction, it's super linear, it'll just go flying. And those are all the tips that I can give you to defeat Clive in your next ranked games. If you have any more questions, ask them down in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to them. And make sure to also follow my Twitch. I'm going to try streaming Tekken more on there more often, so ask questions on there as well. Anyway, I hope you all have a great night. See ya.